The journey to becoming a doctor is paved with challenges, and each step requires dedication, resilience, and a lot of hard work. One of the significant hurdles you need to overcome is the UCAT, a test that evaluates your aptitude and readiness for a medical career. Amongst its many sections, verbal reasoning stands out. It often feels like navigating a tricky obstacle course, testing not just your reading skills, but also your ability to think critically under pressure. But don't worry, we're here to help you conquer it. With the right guidance and practice, you can master this section. This section tests your ability to understand and analyze written information, a crucial skill for any aspiring medical professional. It's about more than just reading. It's about comprehension and interpretation. Think about it. Doctors need to read and interpret patient notes, medical journals, and research papers accurately. This ability is essential for providing the best care to patients. They need to quickly grasp complex information and make critical decisions that can impact patient outcomes. This is where your verbal reasoning skills come into play. That's precisely what verbal reasoning assesses: your ability to process information swiftly and effectively. It's about speed and accuracy, both of which are vital in the medical field. Mastering this section isn't just about acing an exam, it's about developing essential skills for your future medical career. These skills will serve you well beyond the UCAT. So, let's dive in and equip you with the knowledge and strategies you need to excel in the UCAT verbal reasoning section. With the right tools, you can tackle any challenge. Remember, with the right approach and consistent effort, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Let's do this together and make your medical dreams a reality. Now, what exactly does the UCAT verbal reasoning section involve? Imagine being presented with a series of passages, each followed by multiple choice questions. Your task is to carefully read each passage and select the most accurate answer to the corresponding questions, relying solely on the information provided within that passage. You'll encounter various question types, each designed to assess different aspects of your comprehension skills. Some questions might ask you to identify the main point of a passage, while others might require you to draw inferences, identify assumptions, or evaluate the strength of an argument. The key here is to become familiar with the different question types and understand what each is asking you to do. Don't worry, we'll delve deeper into these question types and explore effective strategies to tackle them later on. For now, just remember that the UCAT verbal reasoning section is all about your ability to read, comprehend, analyze, and interpret written information effectively. Many students find the UCAT verbal reasoning section particularly challenging. This section tests your ability to read, understand, and critically evaluate information presented in written form. One common pitfall is getting bogged down by unfamiliar vocabulary. Encountering words you don't know can be intimidating, but it's important not to let this slow you down too much. Remember, the focus here isn't on testing your knowledge of obscure words, but rather your ability to understand the overall meaning and context of the passage. Try to infer the meaning of unknown words from the surrounding text. Another common mistake is rushing through the passages without fully grasping their meaning. Speed is important, but not at the expense of comprehension. Remember, accuracy is key in this section. It's better to take your time, read carefully, and understand the passage thoroughly than to rush through it and miss crucial information. It's better to take your time, read carefully, and understand the passage thoroughly than to rush through it and miss crucial information. This will help you answer questions more accurately. Some students also fall into the trap of relying on prior knowledge or making assumptions that aren't supported by the passage. This can lead to incorrect answers. Remember, your answers should be based solely on the information provided within the passage, not on any external knowledge or assumptions you might have. Stick to the text and use evidence from the passage to support your answers. Finally, many students struggle with time management in this section. Balancing speed and accuracy is crucial. With only limited time to read passages and answer questions, it's crucial to develop effective time management strategies to ensure you can complete all the questions within the allotted time frame. Practice under timed conditions to improve your pacing. Now, let's delve into some top strategies employed by high scorers in the UCAT verbal reasoning section. Firstly, practice active reading. This involves engaging with the text by highlighting key points, summarizing paragraphs in your own words, and asking yourself questions about the author's main arguments. Secondly, focus on understanding the structure of the passage. Identify the main idea of each paragraph and how they relate to each other. This will help you navigate the passage more effectively and locate relevant information quickly. Thirdly, pay close attention to transition words and phrases. These words, such as however, therefore, and in contrast, signal shifts in argument or emphasis, helping you understand the author's line of reasoning. Finally, when answering questions, always refer back to the passage to ensure your answer is supported by the text. Avoid relying on your memory or making assumptions not explicitly stated in the passage. Section 5. Applying the strategies, a walkthrough example. Let's apply these strategies to a sample UCAT verbal reasoning question. Imagine a passage discussing the benefits and drawbacks of a new surgical technique. One paragraph might highlight the technique's faster recovery time, while another paragraph might mention potential risks associated with the procedure. A question might then ask, according to the passage, what is one potential drawback of the new surgical technique? To answer this, you would refer back to the passage and locate the paragraph discussing the technique's risks. The answer would then be a concise summary of the information presented in that specific paragraph. Remember, the key is to read carefully, identify relevant information, and answer the question based solely on the information presented in the passage. Avoid bringing in any external knowledge or assumptions. Section 6. Time management, your secret weapon. Time management is crucial in the UCAT verbal reasoning section. It's not just about reading quickly, but also about understanding and retaining information efficiently. With limited time to read passages and answer questions, it's essential to develop effective strategies to maximize your efficiency. This means balancing speed with comprehension. One helpful technique is to skim the passage first to get a general understanding of its content and structure. This initial skim can save precious seconds later on. Then, read the questions carefully, paying attention to keywords and phrases. Keywords often point you directly to the relevant parts of the passage. This will help you focus your reading and quickly locate relevant information within the passage. Efficiently finding answers is key to managing your time well. Another strategy is to allocate a specific amount of time for each passage and stick to it. This prevents you from spending too much time on any single passage. If you find yourself running out of time on a particular passage, move on to the next one and return to it later if time permits. This ensures you cover more ground. It's better to attempt all the passages than to spend too much time on one and miss out on potential points from others. Remember, practice makes perfect. Consistent practice helps you internalize these strategies. The more you practice under timed conditions, the better you'll become at managing your time effectively during the actual exam. Simulate exam conditions to build your confidence and efficiency. Section 7. Practice makes perfect. The key to unlocking your potential. Like any skill, mastering the UCAT verbal reasoning section requires consistent practice. Familiarize yourself with the different question types, practice active reading techniques, and work on your time management skills. There are numerous resources available to help you prepare, including practice tests, study guides, and online courses. Take advantage of these resources and make practice a regular part of your study routine. Remember, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with the format of the exam and the types of questions you can expect. This will not only boost your confidence, but also help you identify your strengths and weaknesses, allowing you to focus your efforts on areas that need improvement. Section 8. Beyond the UCAT verbal reasoning in your medical career. Mastering verbal reasoning skills is not just about acing the UCAT, it's an investment in your future medical career. As a doctor, you'll constantly engage with complex medical literature, patient notes, research papers, and clinical guidelines. Your ability to read, comprehend, analyze, and interpret written information accurately and efficiently will be crucial in making informed decisions, providing effective patient care, and staying abreast of the latest advancements in medicine. So, view the UCAT verbal reasoning section not just as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to hone essential skills that will serve you throughout your medical journey. Section 9. Conclusion. Embrace the challenge. Achieve your dreams. The UCAT verbal reasoning section might seem daunting, but with the right approach, consistent practice, and a positive mindset, You can conquer it. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Embrace the challenge, seek support when needed, and never stop believing in yourself. You have the potential to achieve your dreams of becoming a medical professional. Now go out there and smash it.